When you first install Linux Mint, everything looks clean, simple, and familiar. But the real magic of Linux Mint begins after installation, when you realize that almost every single element of your desktop can be customized to match your personality, your workflow, and your aesthetic taste. Today, we are diving deep into customizing your Linux Mint desktop from top to bottom. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to transform your system from the default setup into something that looks and feels completely unique. Let's start with the foundation. Linux Mint, especially the Cinnamon edition, is known for its traditional desktop layout. You get a panel at the bottom, a menu on the left, system tray on the right, and desktop icons. It feels comfortable and stable, but comfort does not mean boring. The first thing you can customize is the theme. Open the menu, go to Preferences, and click on Themes. Here you'll see separate options for window borders, icons, controls, mouse pointer, and desktop. This modular approach is powerful because you don't have to stick with one full theme package. You can mix and match. Maybe you love the Mintwy dark window borders but prefer a completely different icon pack like Papyrus or Tila. You can combine them instantly and see changes in real time. Speaking of dark themes, many users prefer a darker desktop for long working hours. Linux Mint makes this easy. Under Themes, you can switch to Mintwy Dark or Mintex Dark, but if you want something more dramatic, you can install additional themes. Open the Add Remove tab in the Themes window and download community themes directly from there. Within seconds, you have access to dozens of styles created by the Linux community. After installation, just select the theme and your desktop instantly transforms. Now let's talk about icons, because icons dramatically change how your system feels. The default Mintwy icons are clean and modern, but maybe you want something more colorful or minimal. Icon packs like Papyrus bring a flat, vibrant style. Tila offers soft gradients. Numix gives a uniform circular look. After installing them through the Themes section or via your package manager, simply switch the icon theme and watch your entire file manager, panel, and app launcher change personality. Next up is the panel. The panel is the heart of your desktop experience because you interact with it constantly. Right-click on the panel and select Panel Settings. Here, you can move the panel from the bottom to the top, left, or right. You can adjust the height to make it slimmer or thicker. If you want a macOS-style layout, move the panel to the top and enable auto height. If you want a Windows 11-inspired look, increase the panel height slightly and center your applets and launchers. Applets are another powerful customization feature. Right-click the panel and select Add Applets. You'll see built-in applets like Weather, System Monitor, Sound, Network, and Workspace Switcher. You can download more from the Cinnamon Spices collection directly from this window. Add a CPU temperature monitor, a system load graph, or a fancy digital clock. Drag and drop them into the exact position you want. This drag and drop flexibility makes Mint incredibly useful. Let's not forget about desklets. Desklets are like widgets that sit directly on your desktop. Right-click on the desktop and choose Add Desklets. You can place clocks, sticky notes, weather widgets, system information panels, and more. Download additional desklets from the online repository and customize their size, transparency, and position. This allows you to turn your desktop into a functional dashboard instead of just a wallpaper background. Speaking of wallpaper, this is one of the easiest ways to personalize your desktop. Right-click the desktop and select Change Desktop Background. Linux Mint includes a beautiful collection of wallpapers by default, but you can add your own high-resolution images. Many users prefer minimalist wallpapers, abstract art, landscapes, or even animated wallpapers. If you want dynamic wallpapers that change throughout the day, you can install tools like Variety, which automatically rotates wallpapers from online sources or your own folder. Now let's talk about fonts. Fonts might seem small, but they influence readability and aesthetics more than you think. Go to Preferences and select Fonts. Here you can change the default interface font, document font, monospace font, and window title font. Popular choices include Noto Sans, Roboto, and Ubuntu fonts. You can also adjust font scaling for better readability on high-resolution displays. This is especially useful if you're using a 4K monitor. Window effects are another area where Mint shines. Go to Preferences and open Effects. You can customize how windows open, close, minimize, and maximize. Choose from fade, scale, or slide animations. If you want a snappier experience, you can reduce animation time or disable certain effects completely. If you prefer visual flair, increase the animation duration slightly for smoother transitions. Workspaces are extremely useful if you multitask. By default, Linux Mint supports multiple workspaces. You can enable the Workspace OSD and customize how it appears. Add the Workspace Switcher applet to your panel for quick navigation. You can even use keyboard shortcuts like Ctrl, plus Alt, plus arrow keys to switch between them. This keeps your desktop organized and clutter-free. Hot corners are a feature many users love. Go to System Settings and open Hot Corners. You can assign actions to each corner of your screen. For example, moving your mouse to the top left corner can show all open windows. Another corner can show the desktop. This makes navigation fluid and efficient. Keyboard shortcuts are another powerful customization tool. Under Preferences, open Keyboard. Here, you can modify existing shortcuts or create custom ones. For example, you can assign a shortcut to open your favorite application instantly. Power users often create shortcuts for launching terminals, tiling windows, or locking the screen. If you want deeper customization, you can install Cinnamon extensions. Open extensions from System Settings. Browse the available online extensions and download the ones you like. Extensions can change how your panel works, add window tiling features, introduce new menu styles, or enhance notifications. For example, you can install a floating dock extension to mimic the macOS dock experience. Now let's talk about window tiling and snapping. Linux Mint supports edge tiling by default. Drag a window to the side of the screen and it snaps to half. Drag to a corner and it snaps to a quarter. But you can enhance this behavior using extensions or keyboard shortcuts for more advanced layouts. Themes don't just affect visuals, they affect consistency. If you want a cohesive look, ensure your GTK theme matches your icon set and cursor theme. Sometimes mixing too many styles creates visual clutter. The key to a professional-looking desktop is harmony. Choose a color palette and stick with it. You can also customize your login screen. Open Login Window Settings. Change the background image, adjust the theme, and configure automatic login if needed. This ensures your personalization starts the moment you power on your computer. Terminal customization is another exciting area. Open the terminal and go to Preferences. Change color schemes, font styles, cursor shapes, and background transparency. Some users prefer a green and black hacker aesthetic, while others like pastel themes. You can even enable a transparent terminal with blur effects for a modern look. If you're feeling adventurous, you can dive into advanced theming by installing new Cinnamon themes manually from websites like GitHub or community forums. Extract them into the .themes directory in your home folder and they appear in the Themes menu. Performance tuning also plays a role in customization. If your system feels slow after adding many effects, go to General Settings and disable heavy animation. Linux Mint allows you to balance beauty and performance effortlessly. For users who want a dock-style workflow, you can install docks like Plank. After installation, configure its theme, position, and icon size. This can completely change how you interact with your applications. You can also customize file manager behavior. Open Nemo Preferences and adjust view settings, default zoom level, and display options. Show or hide the path bar, enable dual pane view, or change date formats. Notifications can be customized under Notification settings. Adjust display duration, position, and whether they appear on full-screen applications. Sound themes are often overlooked. You can install custom sound themes to change login sounds, alert tones, and system notifications. Even power settings can be personalized. Adjust screen timeout, lid close behavior, and brightness levels. The beauty of Linux Mint is that none of this requires editing complex configuration files unless you want to. Everything is accessible through graphical menus. Ultimately, customizing your Linux Mint desktop is about creating a space where you feel productive and inspired. Whether you prefer a minimal black and white theme or a colorful animated setup, Mint gives you the tools to make it happen. Take your time, experiment with themes and layouts, and don't be afraid to try something bold. The flexibility is what makes Linux Mint one of the most beloved desktop Linux distributions in the world.